Torch here, coming to you live from the garage. Today I'm going to change the oxygen sensor on my 98 Toyota Camry with a 4-banger. And how I found out it was bad, the check engine light came on and I went to the local auto parts store and had them hook it up to their little computer dealio, and it said bad oxygen sensor. And there's like two different ones on this car. There's one in the front on the manifold and one on the catalytic converter. So they had to go look it up in their computer and figure out the code and which one it was, and come to find out it's the one on the manifold in the front. So it's this guy here. Whoop. So first thing I always do whenever I'm working on a car, anything electrical, is disconnect the battery. Just to be sure, you don't want to screw nothing up. You never know, hooking stuff up and unhooking stuff. You get a little spark and next thing you know, you got a new problem you didn't want to have. So anyway, next thing is get this connector plug off. I already pried on the little tabs there with a screwdriver, and there we go, got her off. And a little clamp here, get that out of the way, and then we grab the socket, which I dropped on the floor. Alright, this takes a special socket. This thing only really costed me about $7, so no real big deal, but it's got this nice slot in it so it can go around this wire. See if you can see that. Just slips through there. Hook it on there. And you take a nice big wrench, put her on that wrench part down there, and turn it off. Alright, I got it out. So actually I skipped a step in the beginning. I compared the wires before and the connectors just to make sure that they were the same before I even took it out of the package, because most electrical components that you buy you cannot return once you open the package. So always double check and make sure the wires are the same and all that stuff. And then take my air compressor hose and blow out that hole down there. Make sure there ain't no crap in there, because when you put the new one in, you don't want them threads being dirty or anything. Alright, this takes a little bit. Then on these threads I put a little bit of that copper anti-seize. Copper anti-seize. And then we just screw her back in by hand. Okay, got it back in by hand. Now we put the slotted socket back over the wire. Like so. Take the big wrench, tighten her up. And the directions say you're supposed to torque it, but I have no idea what the torque is for it, so don't have a manual on this particular car, so I just put it to where I felt like it was right, kind of like putting a spark plug in, You want it tight, but you don't want it too tight. And you just hook the wire back up. Ooh. Put the little clamp back on. Where did that go? Here it is. Clip it back onto the hose. And you're done. Got to hook the battery back up, reprogram the radio and the clock, and hopefully that check engine light goes off. Alright, I got the battery cable back on, and what I always do is I smear a little bit of marine axle grease on here. I use the marine stuff because it's waterproof, and water is what causes your battery terminals to corrode. So I always do that. Put the cover back on, and we're ready to start her up and see if that light goes off. Now this sensor on this particular car was only like 98 bucks, so that ain't too bad. You know, if I would have taken this into the shop, it probably would have been easy $200, $300, who knows. But I don't take anything to the shop if I don't have to. So this whole thing costed, you know, roughly 110 bucks for that and the socket. Not bad. And it only took me 10 minutes here, probably, not even. And we'll see if that light goes off. Alright, here goes nothing. Hey, look at that. No more check engine light. Just the seatbelt light. Cool. Alright, now I gotta reprogram the radio because the wife don't like it when she gets in the car and all of her favorite stations aren't where they're supposed to be, so I gotta fix that next. So hopefully this helps you out. Great. Have a good one. Till my next project. Uh-oh. I don't remember what her favorite stations are, because she listens to totally different stuff than I do. Oh well. She's going to have to figure that one out.